What's going on, guys? Today we're going to recreate the stunts from Spider-Man 1. And I know you guys like Spider-Man just as much as I do, so make sure you hit that like button. So for the first stunt, we got Peter's high school bully who's charging him from behind, and Peter's spidey senses acts up, so he actually jumps to dodge it and does a double back over him. So I'm going to recreate it by doing a double back on the trampoline, and hopefully I'll be able to do it again with Brandon going underneath me. So let's start off just doing the double back. Okay, that's really easy. So now let's do it with Brandon going under me. Woohoo! All right. So in the next one, a villain is throwing a knife at Spider-Man, and Spider-Man does a back handspring to kick it out of his hand. So Brandon's gonna try throwing this at me, and I'm gonna do the back handspring to kick it out of his hand. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man's fighting some guys, and he does a backflip, and mid-flip punches two of them in the face. So I'm gonna be recreating that by doing a backflip right here in between these two blocks, and mid-flip, I'm gonna try and punch both of these right in the middle. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man's doing a huge dive front flip from one balloon to the other. So he gets a lot of bounce from the balloon, so I'm going to be using the trampolines to recreate this, and I'm going to jump from one trampoline, do a huge dive front flip onto the other trampoline. So in the next one, we got a wrestler going after Spider-Man in the ring, and the wrestler has a crowbar. As the wrestler's trying to hit him with the crowbar, Spider-Man's on his back on the ground like this, and then he kicks the wrestler over him. So I'm gonna recreate that by me being the wrestler with the crowbar, and then Brandon's gonna be on the ground being Spider-Man. So next up, we got the Green Goblin's glider coming at Spider-Man from behind. Spider-Man senses it and does a backflip to dodge it. So I'm just gonna recreate it by doing a backflip on here with Brandon swiping something underneath me. So in the next stunt, Spider-Man's in a wrestling ring, and he's on the side of a cage and then goes into a gainer down to the ground. So since he has a bit of a bar to do the gainer off of, I'm going to be doing it off of this big drop with a bit of a ledge to put my feet on. So next up, we got the Green Goblin doing a front flip layout. Now it's very obvious that he's in wires because you can tell he's trying to keep his arms in so it doesn't hit the wires, but I'm going to recreate it just on the spring floor right here. So for the next stunt, Spider-Man does a dive front flip over a bridge, and he's flailing a lot. So I'm gonna try to get as much height as he gets by doing the front flip off this trampoline over some blocks that I'm gonna put in the middle, and then onto the next trampoline. So next up, we got Spider-Man doing a side roll 90 over a bad guy. So I'm gonna recreate that with Brandon being in this position, and I'm gonna do the roll over him. So for the next one, Spider-Man's in the wrestling ring again, and he's shooting his webs to the top and then pulls himself into a front flip. So since the webs have a bit of spring action to it, I'm going to be using these rubber things as my webs to pull myself into a front flip by attaching it to these rings. So for the next one, we got Spider-Man fighting some bad guys, and then he does a kip up 180. So I'm going to try to recreate that flat ground by going onto my back and doing the kip up with a half twist. So for the next stunt, Spider-Man is fighting the Green Goblin, and he does a back handspring step out. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically when you go over your head onto your hands, but the step out part is when you split your legs to land 1 foot at a time. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Make sure you subscribe to see other cool content like this. If you want to see my latest video, click here. If you want to see another cool video, make sure you click right here. And as usual, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.